Hey, Michael from Break a Pencil here. So I've been messing around trying to figure out AI agents lately. I've kind of been going down that rabbit hole, and I'm really actually pretty pumped because I just actually completed my first one that I'm actually going to use, not just sort of playing around, but that I'm actually going to use. And so I'm going to recreate it here for you all because I think it's actually kind of cool. Here's the gist of it. I get probably 10 to 12 newsletters every day in my email, and it's just a lot. And so a few months ago, I created a rule that basically moved them all into a newsletter folder. So it's a lot more organized, and I don't have to see them in my inbox. The downside, though, is that I don't actually look at them anymore, and that's kind of a problem. So I'm going to create an agent that's going to look at every day. It's going to look at the previous day's worth of newsletters and give me a summary, and then I can decide what I want to read and not read. So here we go. I've already built it, but I'm going to rebuild it from scratch. So I'm using Relay.app, which I've been messing around with lately, and I absolutely love. Shout out to Jacob Bank, who's the founder and CEO, who's been incredibly helpful through this process as well. So I'm going to give it a title. We'll call it Demo Newsletter Summary. That's probably good. And we'll give it a nice little fun emoji that looks like a calendar, since I'm going to be running it every day. Okay, so trigger, I'm going to trigger this on a schedule. I want it to run on a schedule. It's going to start tomorrow, and I'm going to have it run at 6 in the morning every day so that that digest email is sent to me kind of before I get my day truly started. So every day, perfect. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to have it go and find those emails, right? So it's got to find the emails. If I just search find, I'm going to go find emails. And I want to return all the emails in a list. So how do I identify those emails? I want those emails to have a label. And the label that I use is, it's something like newsletter. And here it is actually, Break a Pencil, Priority 2, newsletters. So I want everything that has that label, and I want it to be in the last 24 hours. So I want it to come after, and I'm going to do an offset. And so the reference date I'm going to use is not the start date, but the actual current date and time of when this is currently running, because the start date would be just the first time we do this. I want to go from the day this is running minus one full day, right? So 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, it's going to look all the way back to 6 a.m. this morning. Use time from the reference date, save. Okay, cool. If it doesn't find any emails, it should, so send me a notification because that means something went wrong. All right, let's go ahead and test this step. Cool. Imported successfully. Awesome. And I can see all the emails it's got. Perfect. So, okay, that's working. Okay, so then after I find the emails, I want to use some AI to do a summary. And so I'm going to actually prompt a model. So let's go to prompt. Now, a little meta here, but I wasn't really sure what to write in terms of a prompt. So I'm going to jump over to Claude, which is kind of the one I tend to use the most. And I'm going to actually just prompt it with this. I get a bunch of newsletter emails every day. They range from blog posts to product management and product leadership newsletters to a bunch of AI newsletters as well. I'm trying to create an agent that'll create a daily summary of all of the newsletters I've received in the prior 24 hours. What would be a good prompt I could use to generate a detailed summary that's effective, insightful, but not super long? Okay, so let's get Claude to give me a prompt. Awesome. All right, cool. I'm just going to use this as is. I could, of course, go in and modify it and change it, but let's just go ahead and copy it. Come back over to Relay. I'm going to paste the prompt in, right? So I've got this great prompt, all right? I'm expecting not structured data. I'm expecting just text. But I want it to be rich text so I can see bold and bullets and things like that. And the model I want to use is, where do I do that? Maybe it's an issue here. No. Oh, maybe here. No. My video's in the way. No, it's not the output. Here we go. Got it. Best fit AI model. I'm actually going to use a good but inexpensive one, which is this 4.0 mini. Okay. Perfect. So I'll use 4.0 mini. My expected response is text. Sorry, I want it to be rich text. Let's go ahead and test this step. Sorry, we got to attach data, right? So here's the prompt, but what are we attaching? Well, let's go and attach data, and we're going to attach the emails from step 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and test it. This usually takes maybe 30 seconds or so because it's taking whatever the 10 or 12 emails it found and reading them and then summarizing them. All right, so we'll see how this goes. Cool. Okay, so we got we can view the details. We got this great response. Nice. It's formatted nicely. Perfect. Okay, so we'll say done. Okay, and now I want that to be emailed to me. So that's going to send an email. So I'll send an email to myself. The subject is going to be newsletter digest, but I want to include the date. So let's hit plus and let's include the current date and time. Okay, and what we want to email, right, is the output from the AI in step 3. So we're going to click that. That's going to be in the body. Let's just do a quick test. It says it completed successfully. Done. Okay, so we think this thing's done. So let's go ahead and just do a quick check. Let me pop over here to to Gmail. So this is my newsletter label. You can see I've got all these newsletters in here. Yeah. All right. And I'm going to come back over to Relay and let's go ahead and start a test run. And it's going to do everything, right? So we triggered it manually because it's a test run. It's going to go find these emails. It's going to prompt GPT-4o mini, and then it's going to email me a digest. This took me a little bit longer when I did it the first time, but not all that much. What really took a long time was I kind of went back and forth on the prompt a little bit. I went back and forth on the structure of the email just to get it just right. Okay, so let's just jump over now to email. Hopefully it's, boom, there's 2 because of the previous test. So I'll just click that one quickly. And here we go. So newsletter digest, and it's given me the actual date and time that we asked for. And here's this great digest of everything. One of the things I would like to do is, and let's just do this quick change, why not, is let's go back in here and let's add links. So I want this to include links. So we're going to go back to our AI prompt and say include links to emails if I want to dive deeper. Okay, so done. Publish it. And let's start a test run again. We'll do one last test run. We'll see how this one works. We'll see the links, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, emails found. Excellent. Call in the model. Sending the email. Done. Perfect. Let's go here. Let's go back to my inbox. There's a new email. And look at that. It's got links. And it only gave me the first 3, but I would ask it maybe to give me more complete ones by updating the prompt. That's it. Hey, hope you enjoyed this. Go try it out. Relay.app. It's free to get a trial of it. And go make your own. See ya.